everybody. Welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Hey guys, Angry Joe showing you how easy it is to get access to more things that you deserve. Look, Surfshark, I got it on my phone. If you're on the go, all you need to do, boom, hit the connect button. Check it out. It'll fill up. Boom. Connected. Now I have a whole new library of different things on Netflix and streaming and HBO and all these other places. Guys, get Surfshark.
Yeah, Netflix has 7,000 titles in the U.S., but they offer 18,000 titles worldwide, which means they're keeping all of that stuff from you. Hulu, Disney+, HBO, BBC iPlayer, all of that stuff, high content.
And why did we choose Surfshark?
One subscription, you could help out your friends and family, unlimited devices.
Share with friends and family. Just get it once. You're going to be the most popular guy. Seriously, protect your data. It's important, guys. Yep. And if you use our code, which is surfshark.com/angryjoeshow, click the link down below. You're going to get 4 extra months, guys. Use our code AngryJoeShow at checkout for that and get yourself a VPN. You'll enjoy it, all right? Check out the video. Guys, check it out. Links down below. It's going to save you money. It's going to give you more content. It's going to protect your data. Thank you so much for considering that. In AJS News, we got the disappointing games list this week. I'm trying to squeeze in also the worst games list this week at the end. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done because we got a lot of content coming to you this week. This is also the week of an Xbox show reveal for Fable. Several movies, Bone Temple. We're going to check out because we weren't able to check it out last week. Our
Us
theater
and everybody
shut down.
else in America.
Yeah, apparently it did really bad. We got a new story for it. So, plenty of content coming, and things are starting to ramp up a little bit, because, not much games in January. The last week of January is when High Guard is supposed to come out. Is it coming out? I don't know. But if you want...
It has to.
If you want a regular flow of games, that's at the end of February. So, we'll see. Alex... you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do my upcoming Ubisoft games list in the last episode, so I'll bring it up over here. Here's the upcoming games for Ubisoft. Tom Clancy's Mobile Rainbow Six.
Boo.
February 23rd.
Who gives a shit?
It's not what I want.
Fuck off. Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Don't really care.
Isn't that been forever delayed and no one has any idea?
To be expected 2026. No, their last update confirms
I don't believe
the project is very much alive. Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence. Platforms, Apple and Android.
Fuck off.
Mobile only. Division Resurgence as all fuck off. Assassin's Creed codename Hex.
Codename Dinosaurs.
Codename, yeah, that would be amazing. That would be the game.
Don't play with my heart.
Assassin's Creed Jade, platform iOS and Android. So a mobile Assassin's Creed, fuck off. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Hell yeah, bro.
First hinted at in 2008. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has become synonymous with development hell.
Said it twice. We just made 6 cents, Joe.
Yes.
It's several years since they officially announced it during E3 2017.
It's still coming.
With just a few promo shots and press release. Me and Joe played it. Me and Joe went behind closed doors. Was that you, Joe? I think you were with me.
Not dead yet. It's not dead yet.
We've seen it. We've seen a build. Now that build probably who knows. I feel privileged to have seen that. Anyways, it's intended to be a prequel, and it's an open world RPG, and it's anyone's guess. Nobody knows whether this thing is still coming or not. It has just become a joke.
It's not a joke.
It is a joke.
I'm waiting for it.
It's a joke. There's something called Morbid Metal, which is developed by Screen Juice. And Ubisoft is set to publish the hack and slash roguelite Morbid Metal. Hack and slash roguelite. There's a Project U.
You?
Yeah, Project U.
It's codename PU.
A new concept of session-based co-op shooters where many players unite to prevail against an overwhelming threat. Maybe a co-op looter shooter, who knows? Splinter Cell remake. And Tom Clancy's Division 3. And something called March of the Giants, They acquired an upcoming free-to-play game, March of the Giants, from Amazon Game Studios on December 15th, 2025.
Yeah.
That means a future strategy game isn't officially in the lineup. Oh, a strategy game? This is a MOBA, so if you aren't a fan of tactical multiplayers, turn away now. Okay, I don't know much about that one. I'll look it up. All right, well, that's the thing, Alex. Let us resume our normally scheduled program, Alex, and tell us what the hell.
Only one good game in that one.
What was the one good game?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Division 3.
I am curious about Division 3, whether it's just going to be, do I need to bust out my Sponge Daddy?
Yes.
Because I started actually using it. So it's going to be a fucked up Sponge Daddy.
I don't want to shoot a dude for like 45 minutes. He's like, no, I got super Kevlar, bro. Trust me. It's like, no, this isn't fun.
Oh, I got super Kevlar.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right, big reveals this week. God of War TV series has actually cast Kratos. So, Ryan Hurst.
Hopefully he's got the voice.
He was actually the voice actor for Thor in God of War Ragnarok, and so he's got a pretty good voice. We'll have to see what he does, to change it up for Kratos. He's big dude with a beard, and we'll just have to see.
What's his name again?
Ryan Hurst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pull up a picture of him. So
Durst from Limp Bizkit.
no, that's a little bit
Fred
different.
Durst.
That's Fred Durst.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't think Fred Durst as Kratos would work.
He did it all for the nookie.
Fred Durst would not be as bad as Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Right there.
so people got a first look. The internet is always so very normal when they cast people in live action to play video game characters that they love. This one doesn't seem to have a ton of controversy over it. Some people are like, "Hey, man, make as long as we, get jacked and do the shaved head thing. Hopefully, we don't do a
The
ball."
Hollywood diet.
Yeah.
You don't want a bald cap. You want an actual shaved head.
Yeah, I think you've got to go
If
that
we're going to
route.
go, you got HD and 4K and fucking 8K, yeah, we're going to need to shave your head, bro.
Who was it?
Just pay the man.
Who's the one that did that for that stupid movie in the plane?
Dude has
Wahlberg?
beautiful hair, so it's going to be a shame.
Mark Wahlberg did that for his role. So
Yeah,
why can't he? Remember the little weirdness?
Oh, yeah.
People were worried about, believe he converted to Sikhism. And so they're like, well, is this going to contradict with your beliefs in shaving your head? So hopefully they have all that figured out. And they,
What?
yeah, so they
This
did.
actor?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe it's going to be a bald cap then, son of a bitch.
So,
Well, I don't know. Technology has advanced pretty far, but if you're gonna play Kratos, you gotta shave your head, bro.
yeah, there's going to be, we'll see how it looks. But right now we only have the casting thing. We actually have more information. Very normal reaction to Lara Croft. Sophie Turner, they put out a picture of her in the outfit with glasses.
I thought it was
Okay.
fake at first. I thought somebody just did that with AI.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, all right.
I'm not going to lie. When I first saw it, my first reaction was, "Oh, that looks like Sophie Turner." Dressed up in a cosplay.
Yeah.
You don't immediately think Lara Croft. However, it is extremely accurate
To the game, yeah.
If you look at the game, she has got all of the elements, and from that perspective, even the stupid glasses that I hate, the little circle glasses, I always hate the circle glasses, the hairstyle, the fucking gear, the fucking outfit, maybe the tank top could be slightly different, but still really, really
Guns
good.
need to be bigger.
There's AI images out there where she's in several poses. I think that one is actually fake. One of them is her floating. That should have given it away.
Yeah.
She looks better in those, but that's an idea that she could look better in motion. She could look better in different poses. But of course, the internet is the internet, and as they reacted, you just click the thread on X. And you don't want to see
Don't.
it.
It's like opening the Ark of the Covenant. It's like, ah!
So of course the first thing is always, her tits come out to, double.
Well, they need to be
Z's.
I want them to be triangles. Because if they're not triangles,
That's a good one. That's a funny one. And they actually put it up against one of the triangle ones, and she looks actually pretty close to that. And they put triangle titties on her. So
Yep.
yeah. This is what happens.
Yeah, very normal response.
Yeah,
I like you said, I need to see what it looks like.
Angelina Jolie to me just looks better. She's the best. She's the GOAT for me as Croft. The recent
For
one,
Candor. Alicia Vikander.
she's all right. She looks good in the rugged style, the dirty style, the
dying in
messed up,
horrible ways. Yeah,
right, style, but not a bombshell. And Sophie Turner, to me, not a bombshell. So we're gonna go with another one of those rough and tough styles. She's jacked. She took training seriously. She was in the fucking gym, which I gotta fucking do. So at least she's putting in the fucking
fun.
work, the real work.
Hate it.
And no, yeah, it's
Everything
tough.
hurts.
Everything hurts. So I appreciate that, and I would wait until we see it in motion, before.
Or
you
what
go
she
off
sounds
on it.
like as well, because
Yeah,
a
that's a
lot
big
of
thing.
times
Yeah.
it's like she's.
I don't.
You have to exude confidence.
Her previous acting roles do not make me believe her as a character. More like you
I've
said.
only seen her in Game of Thrones, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not
what
fair.
You watched that horrible X-Men movie. I had to sit
Oh
next
God,
to you.
I forgot about that
Yeah.
X-Men movie. Okay,
Yeah.
well that doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
So that's
at
the
all.
problem that I have is like I haven't seen her in anything that makes me believe her as the character, and so this kind of looks more like a Halloween costume. But it could be trash, but I don't know yet, and so I'm not going to.
She
I'm going to
was in a
reserve
good
judgment
Phoenix.
because I don't care enough.
Not a good Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
Oh shit! I fucking realized that. Yeah, the fucking X-Men bombed. That was a fucking bomb.
Yeah, I
And
totally
it's-
forgot about
She
it. It's
has-
like I
she
haven't
didn't-
seen it. It's
has-
like, oh yeah,
had no
Dark Phoenix.
charisma at all as that character. Ooh, so I understand, and plus it's a video game adaptation, so you should approach it with very, very,
I'm just voicing my concerns, but we'll see whenever we see a trailer. But I'm just saying.
I've stared at this picture for 400 hours and I'm
Pessimistic.
bored. And
Okay, well, I'm just,
she does
you
look
just
like a
gotta picture that,
cosplayer to me,
and then go watch Dark Phoenix.
but
don't watch Dark Phoenix.
yeah, I don't know. The outfit is the part, and while video games can shape the face however they want and base it on exactly the face of actress they want without actress needing to be an acrobatic fucking martial artist,
She
so
does
it's
stunt doubles.
much easier in video games. So when you find an actress, it's going to be a little harder to match the face. She does not match the face of Laura to me, but it's the performance. We'll see how the performance goes, but yeah, we don't have good. We've got Game of Thrones and we've got Dark Phoenix. These aren't good.
That's what worries me more than anything.
Yeah.
So, hey, remember when OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, the guy in charge of ChatGPT, was? Let me read to you exactly what he said.
Okay.
So, the specific quote.
I want to see. Okay, so the new Tomb Raider show. I also wanted to say who else is in it because that could help a little bit. Sigourney Weaver, that's good. Jason Isaacs, love him.
Yeah,
Martin
he's
Bob Semple.
Walton Goggins, he's in everything.
Walton Goggins is not in.
I know he was in.
Jack Bannon, John Heffernan, Bill Patterson, Joseph, Sasha Luce, Juliette Mohamed, Cecilia Emery, and August Wittgenstein. I don't know a lot of these other ones, but the show is being led by creator, writer, executive producer, and showrunner
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, from
Known for Fleabag, who's working alongside co-showrunner Chad Hodge and director Jonathan Van Tolenkin. So it sounds like if they name one director, it sounds like he's going to direct all the episodes. I would like that.
One Vision is always
The
better.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge has me worried a little bit.
Internet does not typically like her
Yeah.
because she was in Dial of Destiny and people didn't really like her.
I don't like her either because of that.
Yeah.
Can she pull off Lara Croft without all the fucking annoying attitude? And just because her character has annoying attitude in Tomb of Destiny doesn't necessarily mean that that's the way she would write everything. So we'll see.
All right. So AI, Sam Altman said last year, ads plus AI is sort of uniquely unsettling to me. I kind of think of ads as a last resort for us as a business model. Last resort as maybe they're not making as much money as they say they are, and it potentially could be a massive financial bubble. and it's kind of a problem because people aren't really adopting it or using it, and it's not doing all the
Go
things that they're
Adopting what?
AI. So this is the CEO of ChatGPT of OpenAI saying that ads is the last resort for business model. So this just in, tons of ads coming to ChatGPT.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
But they say they're never going to sell your data to advertisers.
That's not true.
Trust me, bro.
Ads in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
How? What? But how
Be
would
like,
that
hey,
work?
ChatGPT, help me cook this thing. It's like, well, here's a faster way. Check out these pots or these.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
So free users and for the ones paid users, some paid users, so the lowest tier are going to get ads. So in the
Everything fucking has ads now. God damn.
Well, they already have a subscription service. ChatGPT, you can have a premium, account in ChatGPT.
Well, there's the lowest one also is going to get ads. So paid version is
fucked.
Yeah, and so these
That's how
data
you make money, Joe.
Yeah.
That's how you make
So
money.
every time you type in a query, then you get the answer, and then you get some
Probably on
fucking
the
ads.
sides.
or some ads at top of it, or an ads in the middle of it. Because remember,
Please don't put ads in the middle of it. Or the worst is Joe's suggestion here. It's like
Check out these pots.
no, like the fucking things that you use, right? So it's like butter, where you only use the butter of,
We
Aunt Jemima
recommend
butter only.
We recommend this brand.
So if you Google stuff, the top ones are all sponsored now, and so old people don't know to check for that tiny little thing that says sponsored, and so when they look up, I want to make pancakes, it's going to send them to sponsored links where it's going to tell you to buy all these things, or even worse, when you're looking up certain products to buy, the worst ones are at the top, the ones that are potentially knockoff scams or any of these other
That'll
things.
just pay out the wazoo
Because-
to get people to.
Yeah, and so that's the problem with ChatGPT is because you have all of these kids who, I would say a lot of people are using ChatGPT. A lot of it's like funny stuff, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to put my head on a llama, and it's funny. And it's like, yeah, it is funny. But there's also people using it to like write their homework. And if you're using it to write your homework, you're probably not doing a lot of research or going through any of these things. And the danger is,
correct.
it's a tool, and if people are already kind of using it in dumb ways, filling it with stuff that could be bad ads. So a lot of it's going to depend on the advertising sponsors. But the people who are going to pay the most amount of money are the people that you don't want to be, accidentally click on links or do these things. So maybe it's not a bubble, maybe it is a bubble, and no one's actually using this to the full extent. But it's not looking good if they're already at the thing where they're like, this is the last resort. So
Okay.
It's gonna pop up with Monopoly Go.
oh, they can afford. They
Yes,
don't
they
need
can.
to advertise. They made $6 billion. You don't need to advertise for Monopoly Go. Your parents are already
Just
playing it.
imagine if they did. More.
Fallout 4, Fallout TV show is actually doing so well. We're reviewing it, so make sure you check out the ones that we're putting out every week. But Fallout 4 experienced a peak of almost 100,000 Xbox players in early January, according to analyst data. Massive spikes throughout the Fallout video games because of the TV show doing so well. These ecosystems where they feed back and forth, people are getting more excited about the games.
Which I am.
They check out the TV show. They check out the TV show. They play different games because they want to experience more of the world. They want to understand some of these Easter eggs. So they're seeing significant spikes throughout that whole ecosystem. So,
Well, I'm waiting for that countdown to see what's going to happen.
mobile game.
Hopefully that's mobile game. Hopefully it's a remake. That way I'll wait and be like, all right, I'll get the remake.
Yeah. New
So
Vegas.
I'm
remake.
waiting a little bit for the countdown. I really hope it's not a fucking mobile.
Well, we also got some news this week that Amazon has greenlit a Fallout Shelter reality show. It's a competition series that will blend large-scale challenges with deeply
Fucking Mr. Beast.
social, psychological, and narrative-driven gameplay. So,
Is it a Mr. Beast thing?
it is. I think it's a Squid Game. The live-action Squid Games people, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Nah, not interested.
You don't want to enter?
No, I don't want to enter.
The traders and Squid Games, the challenge people.
I'm a cranky old man. Nobody wants the OG YouTuber like me on that anymore. Has been.
Yeah. I think he's doing another season of.
We'll put Alex on there. Alex, you could beat them all up.
Oh, you get voted off immediately.
That's a big man.
Yeah.
You eat too much.
You eat too much, you're out of the vault. Or just someone says something dumb, it's like you realize how stupid you are. And they're like, hey, vote him off. He speaks the truth.
Vote him off. He's scary.
Yeah.
He's got a mean face.
I do. It's that resting bitch face.
true.
It's just
Resting
like, you don't
bitch
like
face.
anything. It's just like,
Like,
this is what
no,
my
that's
face
just
looks.
my face.
My face looks that way.
Or Joe. We put Joe on there and Joe will win because everybody forget about Joe.
I mean,
He's like, wait a minute, that guy's still there. What the fuck is he doing?
That's my plan. Stay underneath the radar. Don't
Yeah.
get detected.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to attract attention.
Exactly. The Italian government is investigating Activision Blizzard over Diablo Immortal and Call of Duty Mobile monetization. And so they have looked at the alleged use
For real?
of deceptive UI elements to encourage players to spend more time and money in the games. We've talked about this before. They've talked like dark patterns and some of these other things where you click on a tab where you want to go to the store. Right where your cursor is or your finger currently is, they're going to put a button that says buy now. So if you click it and accidentally double click, you've added something to your cart or instantly purchased something. They have done that in the past and they've had to remove these things. So apparently it is continuing to happen. They said that the Activision Blizzard has adopted misleading and aggressive practices in how it offers in-app purchases in addition to breaching consumers' contractual rights. And the authorities view the company may be acting in breach of consumer protection rules, in particular the duty of professional diligence requiring in a sector that is particularly sensitive to the risk of gaming-related addiction. And so they're going to look at all of this stuff.
This is an oversight. It was an accident. We didn't mean
That's
to make
probably
it that.
what
We
we're-
didn't mean to make it that sensitive. Like just because you hover over it doesn't mean you buy it now.
Yeah. I haven't played Diablo Immortal. I refuse because I fucking hate that shit. In Diablo 4, they did shit like this too, though, where you would have like a free. They were like, oh, you bought the game, so we're gonna give you like a free coupon in your thing. And if you click too fast, it automatically ate it, and you couldn't do anything about it. And they got in trouble and had to remove all that stuff. So it's like I totally believe that they do this kind of shit because Diablo Immortal is. It could be a fine game, but
This is a fucking digital equivalent of a hotel when you open up the fridge and if those bottles shake too much.
Says you
This
bought
is
all those.
hilarious.
don't open the fridge.
Don't open the fridge because it'll fall out. Nope, you bought it.
Or those almonds, those $16 almonds.
$16
It's just like,
almonds and fucking $12 waters. Oh god, yeah, it's scummy, and we know that they've done it. They've gotten called out in the past for it. So I'm glad that somebody's at least looking into it, which kind of surprises me. But we'll see if anything comes up.
if it continues to move and the EU picks it up and other places start to look at it and they go, oh wait a minute, this is
Other companies are going to have to hide it a little bit better.
yeah. You're not wrong. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Can't hide
Yeah.
a button that you literally hover your mouse over.
Well, the
and
way they
click.
did it, it's like, oh, they're going to be looking for that, so we got to figure it up a little bit.
All of them do it. Like if the skip button on some platforms, YouTube and stuff, like the button gets smaller and smaller and you touch anywhere on your screen and it's like I didn't touch anywhere near the ad banner on the thing, and it's like they do it on purpose and they know that they're doing it and they know it works. They just haven't got slapped down by consumer protection laws because in some places we don't have them.
Yeah, I
So.
fucking hate it. Every time I log into Disney now, it automatically goes to like upgrade. But you have to like scroll down and be like, no, dismiss every fucking time.
Yeah.
It's straight to the screen. Upgrade. It's like, I don't want to fucking upgrade.
That's the only one you pay for yourself, right?
It is.
That's the only one out of every single one, which is so weird because you can use his. You don't have to. And it's the literal, out of every single one, he takes his sister's or Jacob's or Doc's. He probably has some of mine. He was trying to buy Steam games with my credit card on his Steam account.
That was a mistake.
That was Steam's fault. Not my
Steam
fault.
is a piece of shit for that, but it's like
I
Because
fixed
it
it.
saves
I
the
fixed it.
it saves the detail.
Yeah, because he
Alex
was
was like,
over.
what the fuck
he
am
was
I
over.
built?
yeah.
What is this granny game? It's like, oh, don't worry about it. Here's $20.
You saw the charge on Rocket Money?
Yeah. No, I mean
I see my charges on my phone. That's when I know Joe's charging me.
Ah, shit. That's the only one
yeah.
for now.
So I think it's funny that the only one that you actually do pay for, you get really upset by, and
It's telling me to upgrade. It's like, no, I'm not going
Yeah.
to.
All right, not necessarily video game news, but something that we've been covering nonstop for ever.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about these rumors because people have been putting out these rumors out into the world every month because they have nothing else to talk about, and it's Kathleen Kennedy stuff. So officially, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy is going to step down after nearly 14 years at the helm of Lucasfilm. will step down this week, marching major.
I will celebrate that.
Changing of the guard. So, Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni hasn't been named president and will retain his creative title. And Lucasfilm Business President Lynwyn Brennan has been named co-president, Disney said Thursday. So this pair will co-lead the studio and will report to Disney Entertainment co-chairman Alan Bergman.
Okay. Well, that is good news because Kathleen Kennedy.
It needed change. A captain.
We needed change. We need a new person in the helm because I will never, ever forgive Kathleen Kennedy. I get it. A lot of people want to shit on Kathleen Kennedy, because of, the fact that she's a woman and all these other dumb things, and she tried to, push the more women into Star Wars and stuff.
South Park did it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? But she did have a good career and was, in charge and helped produce some of the greatest things in a long time. But she really, I guess, towards the end was too lax. With the Star Wars universe, you have to have a plan. And I will never forgive her for not having a plan going in. I want to, use 3 different directors. The story was written and rewritten and made up at the last minute, and you fucked up. You fucked up Luke Skywalker, and I can thank, Ryan for that. And J.J. Abrams, but really, it starts at the top, and it starts with Kathleen Kennedy.
Didn't have a plan, didn't have directors picked, didn't have a cohesive story written before the sequel trilogy.
That's on her watch.
And then the Solo movie, it's actually 3 directors' visions all cobbled together and smashed together. It's like you have one of these things, it's like one of the biggest...
And honestly, I think that the successes under her with Star Wars were just not really due to her, but... spontaneous things that did well, like for example Andor, right? Now it could be that she helped Andor along because Andor did not make a bunch of money, and it was one of the more expensive series. So I was wondering if there's somebody out there that's like, yeah, we're going to spend money on it. It's going to be a lost leader. We just love it so much, and it's such an important part of the lore and backstory, and it's at such a high quality. It's going to be content there for years that people can return to. And if that was Kathleen Kennedy that says, yeah, even though this is not making money, I do approve another season, then she deserves credit for that. But that we don't know as much as we know that she was in charge of the absolute fucking disastrous Disney sequels, and you can still go through our video that we have a top fucking 32 plot holes, 64 plot holes, and our extended spoilers discussion for every single Star Wars movie. It's all still there, and more have shown up since then.
They're riding horses on a ship
that is pivoting, and they could have just knocked the horses off. It's bad. And, of course, she was off, the power of Kathleen Kennedy.
It's gone.
The power of
gone.
Kennedy. The Acolyte. She was responsible for the Acolyte. Willow. The huge disaster of Willow that you can't even watch anymore. It is so bad. They've took it off the service. That makes me more curious about it. It's like I want to see the disaster of Willow.
No, thank you.
And then making Obi-Wan Kenobi a fucking joke with his how do you do, fellow kids, in his trench coat.
The awesome powers.
Oh, boy.
Has Prince Leia on the bottom.
Now, the successes, of course, The Mandalorian.
Season 1.
Season 2.
Andor.
Start going
various other bits and tiny pieces here and there.
The Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Fucking gangsters.
I mean, she was in charge of Rogue One and some of these other things. So it's just like, if you had a 50, let's just say 50-50.
Don't forget, go ahead.
Yeah, that she did some really good things and she did some really, really bad things.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about almost irreparable harm to one of the most important IPs that the world has ever known culturally, maybe you shouldn't be. Should have happened a couple years ago.
And honestly, I'd argue that she has more good than bad. If you're going to include her executive producer credits and her producer credits,
from wherever
some of the most legendary films of all time.
Yeah, she's done incredible stuff. Yeah. It's just the problem is the recent Star Wars stuff should have immediately people are going to like, hey,
right.
You fucked up these sequels so goddamn bad that people don't want to watch some Star Wars stuff anymore, and that is a big problem. Now, they still made money. Maybe Disney was like, hey, these sequels still make billions of dollars.
So in our eyes, it's a success.
But it's like you did damage to the art.
I don't think that people will rewatch those as much as the originals and the prequels.
Yeah.
I think they're not going to be as loved in future years, and honestly, they will turn into the new prequels. Now the prequels are in, and the Disney sequels are out. So her parting shot is Mandalorian and Grogu, which comes out this year, which just is blatant to everyone that it's just a stopgap, little quick, let's make a buck in theaters, an episode or a season turned into a movie. And then finally, final shot, Star Wars Starfighter on our way out. We'll see if Ryan Gosling has any Star Wars charisma. But to me, it's not about name actors and Hollywood heartthrobs or whatever. It's about the stories and sci-fi, and we'll see, what that plot line is, and is it a good story? Does it have good characters? Rather than, names that try to put butts in seats in theaters.
I mean, this next movie, Mandalorian and Grogu, is the first Star Wars movie since 2019, which is crazy that they've taken that long.
7 years, I think.
Because, I mean, again, it makes so much money for them. They wanted to probably put out a Star Wars thing every couple of years just to keep the thing. And it's like,
and it feels like this isn't an event. Like nobody's really that excited about going to it. Star Wars movies should be events, so you're gonna fuck that up before you walk out the door. Going to a theater and not being an event for a Star Wars film.
Yeah, and so the gap is something that she wanted. She actually went to Bob Iger and said that she wanted to pause Star Wars films to give them more time to develop new storylines because they just weren't happy with not having a storyline.
And let's not forget, she fucked up countless Star Wars projects. She would roll out, timeline after timeline of all the logos and shit. Fucking Gina Carano, her series never happened.
D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, the Game of Thrones guys, were supposed to get a trilogy.
Ryan was going to get another trilogy. That's gone. Patty Jenkins was going to get her Rogue Squadron. Gone. Like, it's just a huge mess behind the scenes. Yeah. As if it wasn't bad enough that you didn't have a fucking plan in Star Wars goddamn sequels. That would have been enough for me to get rid of her. But then all this other stuff, which you never really get to see, and all that stuff goes on behind the scenes, so it's easy to sweep under the rug, but she was in charge for all that. So it's her time is done, and I will look on it as a dark time in Star Wars, and you fucked it up. So who's next?
Filoni.
There was a time where I would be excited about that, and now I'm iffy.
Which Filoni are we going to get?
Which Filoni?
Because, Filoni has made some absolutely incredible, or been involved at least in some incredible Star Wars stuff. He loves and knows Star Wars better than probably anyone else on Earth, which is why he has the job. He can't help himself, though, and he needs someone, with his big fucking cowboy hat to lasso his ass and go, no! Not every single thing needs to be fucking related. The janitor doesn't need to be like the long-lost cousin
of the Star Wars roommate.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, we have to have this cameo and this cameo. It's like,
Jedi.
Stop.
But that's that kid at the end. Like with
the uncle of
Jedi.
Well, then he also has his pet characters that I still think it's one of the dumbest things you made me watch, which is baby Ahsoka, is like Grogu level powerful and like mind controls these animals, and it's like, stop it. So it's like, I need someone to lasso him in.
Yeah, but what I'd say about Dave Filoni is he probably would not have let what happened to the Disney sequels happen where there's no plan at all. I think that he would plan it out. In fact, his meticulous planning might bring it the other way, but at least it would be planned. What do you feel, Joe? about Dave Filoni and the future of Star Wars? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm
Yeah.
looking for
I
something.
mean, look at this right here.
Yeah,
What's going
I'm looking for something.
His fucking leg. You got a giant ass.
Tattoo, yes, of Star Wars.
Oh.
But yes, this is what I want. I want some new hotness. Let's see what we get. I'm not excited for it, but like you, I am optimistic.
Are you excited for any of the currently announced Star Wars films?
No.
So not Starfighter doesn't do it for you. Mandalorian doesn't
I
do
do
it.
like Ryan
Grogu.
Gosling.
I like Ryan Gosling
He's
too.
pretty good.
But his last film bombed. What was that? Fall Guy or something?
I think it was a good
It was a
movie that
good
didn't make any
movie,
money.
though.
movie that didn't make any money.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor.
Yeah.
But for me, the only thing that would make me excited was it James Mangold's project that goes way back in time, not High Republic, but even before the first Jedi with the proto sabers.
Can we skip the High Republic, please?
I don't want them to do the High Republic. I didn't want Kathleen Kennedy to do the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Fuck the High Republic. But I didn't want Kathleen Kennedy to do the Old Republic. I would be more willing to let Filoni find somebody to do the Old Republic, but let's wait a little bit longer until we're confident.
Well, I don't know if it's rumor. Probably is rumor that they have like a horror tale or something.
A horror Star Wars,
Yeah.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, so that would be pretty interesting.
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah,
good,
I could go for that.
I just want them to, I know that they don't want to look at the old books, but there's some really good old books, and they already fucked up Thrawn irreparably, like so bad that I fucking hate Ahsoka, and I hate that fucking show and everyone involved.
Fucked up Thrawn. How could you do that? Maybe Filoni can change the
Plagueis?
direction real quick.
He was in charge of that direction.
that was a clone.
It's his fucking show. It's his fault.
No, I
Plagueis?
get you, but take the feedback from everybody that was saying that it's like, why is he so stupid? Why is he stupid in this one?
Yeah,
right.
From what I hear too about some of the stuff that in the animated stuff is Thrawn isn't what book Thrawn and on screen Thrawn
So
are
we're
not
gonna
even the
bring
same way.
back Dark Plagueis.
Dark
and,
Bane is what I want. That's
and
wish list.
Manny
No,
I actually like Manny a lot.
and
he was the bright spot. Him
Yeah.
and
what the fuck was her name? Osha.
OSHA.
the Game of Thrones.
So they're
or
part
the
of their canon now,
Squid Games guy was
right?
good.
Yeah.
So we gotta bring them back.
Yeah.
So
I can't
And
can't
then
leave
kill
that
him.
story. I need to know the end of that story. So do a
Find out
comic
season
book.
2.
No season 2. But do a comic book just to wrap that up and say Osha died horribly on the way back to
And
her
he
home
was just
planet.
looking out at Manny taking a shower.
Yeah.
Plagueis is being weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
but he's like
He's like,
ripped.
babe, he's
his
ripped.
taut muscles.
And then he came
His
back
taut
inside the cave.
muscles. And that's it. That's the story.
That's it.
But it's only comic book. We don't need any more of that.
yeah. But look at there are some Republic Commando books, really fun. The Dark Bane trilogy, really fun. You already fucked up Thrawn because I think that's actually one of the better trilogies too. So it's like
That was actually
there's
good.
a ton of great Star Wars stories. You probably own the rights to them. Just go make them. Find good people, because that's what they were going to do with Patty Jenkins. Is they're like, hey, check out this book, make a movie, and then they saw Wonder Woman 84, and they're like, about that.
The first one was, yeah.
Yeah, but they saw the second one, and they're like, you are not allowed to touch any of our stuff.
Yeah.
So get out.
Get the book.
All right, that's all I got for news. Did you find anything else?
Yeah, I'll tag on a little bit about the 28 years later, the Bone Temple. So we went to the theaters to give you a review on Friday, and would have been out by Friday or
Something
Saturday.
mysterious happened.
But at our local theater, they wouldn't let us in. The doors were locked. They said something
Said the
The
broke.
city shut them down.
The shitty shut them down. So I think maybe the fucking
Might be the
commode.
food.
The food or the
food.
fucking toilets were crazy. I don't know. But we're going later on today, so we'll have that for you. Even though I hear that at the box office didn't do too well. Let's look. Sony's Bone Temple looking to notch 15 million during the 4-day frame and a 13 million 3-day number. Far behind the first 28 years, which was already considered a disappointment, which opened to 30 million 3-day number. So we're going from 30 million down to 13 million. Ooh!
And it's a lower budget for a big film, but it's still like 60, 70 million budget.
Yeah,
so.
and they intended this to be, I think, a trilogy. They intended it to be a series, maybe even more than a trilogy. They thought it was going to be hotcakes. I don't exactly know why it's not connecting with people.
It left a bad taste.
Well, yeah, that's if you see it, right? But I'm talking pure marketing. Right, your marketing, I guess, I thought it was going to be a success based on that trailer. It was one of the best trailers for a zombie film in a while.
You would have to have seen the first one, because, I mean, this is 28 Days Later, too. And it came out
I was talking about the first film and why that one disappointed. And, of course, if the first film disappoints and they rush a sequel out that's already coming, you know what's going to happen.
30 million isn't terrible for an opening weekend. It just had no legs because the word of mouth, half was bad and half people really liked it. But, there's a lot of negative word of mouth for the first one. I think it dissuaded people. And if half the people didn't like your first movie, it makes sense that you made half as much money on the second movie. So
Yeah, but the fucking very end, they're jumping around like fucking Power Rangers and killing zombies. It's like, is that your movie now?
Yeah.
That's the story of this next movie, Joe. So I know you guys are going to be excited. However, the word of mouth is this one's actually better than the first one.
Yeah.
And the characters that they featured at the end, because there's a whole movie of them, it feels a little bit better, more appropriate. Right now, for the first film, 28 years later, it's 70 million domestic, 80 million international, for 151 million worldwide. For 28 years later, I don't know what the budget of. It depends on what the budget is to see whether that's a success. So what did I say? 131.
151, I think.
Budget 60 million.
The first one made a little bit of money.
Made a little bit of money.
But the second one is not.
The second one is going to be a flop.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt it because I don't think, like this one, it seemed like was already fast in production, right? So you go 28 years later, but 28 years of Bone Temple. I don't think they have that third one already ready. They were waiting to see how the first two films did before they do the third one. And I hear in the end of this film, it sets up a third one. So that's kind of shitty. But sometimes these projects, even though they don't make money, they've done it. It's very rare that they'll do it.
Netflix may buy it because Netflix, even if Netflix gives them $100 million, it's cheaper than a fucking Ryan Reynolds movie that they would pay for. So it's like they could, in theory, do something like that.
So we will watch it and let you know because it's yet another zombie game. Hey Joe, you want to play a zombie game? Do you want to watch a zombie movie? And
big floppy zombie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure that's in there. But then I could tie this to video games because apparently a character in the Bone Temple movie that nobody has seen wants to see his character in Dead by Daylight.
Spike?
A star. Spike. Alfie Williams, who plays Spike, he's a big fan of Dead by Daylight. He had an interview with IGN when they were talking about the film. He's like, oh, yeah, I play the Xenomorph a lot, and he's excited to play Springtrap. And in a follow-up, they said, hey, if, 28 years later collaboration was coming to the PvP horror game, he said, man, I would love that. I'd love to be in that game.
Can you imagine Samson chasing you through DVD, just fucking flopping all over the place? And it's just...
Well, I think he wanted to be in it.
Well, Spike could be in it, but you have to do a survivor and usually do a killer.
Right.
And so the killer would just be Samson.
No, it's finishing moves.
Yeah. Williams pointed out in the interview, it's a threshold. Dead by Daylight has technically already crossed. He says, I know they brought Stranger Things in, so they can have minors in the game because it's his character's like 15 years old. So they've already done it. Nancy Wheeler and Steve Harrington were added to the game way back in 2019, though I don't think they're in that anymore because I think the license expired.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nancy would destroy all those monsters.
Nancy's the new killer. Yeah. And there's no hope.
Looking like Rambo.
All right. Well, we'll see if the movie's anywhere then, but you can probably wait until it comes out on that. So, all right, cool. That's all I really have for this one. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for plenty of content this week as things start to ramp up. And we appreciate you guys for subscribing, supporting the show, going above and beyond, either here on YouTube with the join button or on Patreon, or watching us on Twitch. And thank you to our sponsors, which can save you money and get you access to additional content. So the links are down below for Surfshark. Check it out, and I will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.